Hello and thank you so much for joining us on this week's episode of the program. It's Sport Pizza, of course, you know, is the biggest, the boldest, and we get the very best in the world of sport. My name is Bronson Uwana, and of course, last week I was out injured. My strike partner, Olakule Philip, held it down, and of course, watching from home, I must say the show lived up to the billings, and lots of things we'll be talking about on the program today. Now, World Cup may have slipped out of our hands. Of course, it's the biggest football showpiece in the world. Super Eagles of Nigeria would not be there, and it still hurts right here. But big things we need to also look out for. The African Cup of Nations, we are going to know our foes later in the month. So we'll be giving you all the details and the dates for the draws. And of course, we'll also be tracking the World Cup for you as it comes in November. But there might be change of guard in the leadership of the Nigerian Football Federation, as most likely looks like Amaju Pinnick won't be going for third term bid. We'll be discussing that on the show today. Also, we'll be looking at some other news rocking at Nigerian Professional Football League. We also hear that Oshola has been retrieved of his captaincy. Why did that happen? That and much more will be coming your way after this break, so don't go away. Welcome back. Olakule Philip joins me at this time. Kunle, good to have you on the program.
Yeah, top of the day to you, Bronson. It's great to be here once again to talk sports.
All right, of course, I must congratulate you and Dari for holding the show down last week. It was a very beautiful program to watch.
Thank you.
All right, now let's start the show. Now, Super Eagles of Nigeria, I mean, the heart is still in the air. I'm sure even the players are still yet to wake up from the realities that they won't be playing in the World Cup. I mean, Qatar, apart from the World Cup, there have been lots of hype about Qatar, the facility especially. For me, I personally feel bad because since Super Eagles won't be there, there's no point of traveling. But, I mean, the facility has been most publicized. We've seen stadium at different level in Europe, but Qatar promised us something. We are seeing different visual from Qatar online, and I think these players will miss a lot not being in Qatar.
Yeah, it's a sad one, Bronson. We are still finding it difficult to come to terms with the fact that the Super Eagles will not be in Qatar. All the excitement and the stadia, the facilities in place, the players, and for some of us who are already having plans, like you said, to be there, there's no point going there. So it's a very sad one, and you could see I think after the ouster from the World Cup, some of the players could not talk for some time, owing to the anger, the disappointment. And you could, just a couple of, about a week ago or thereabout, Francis Zorc just came out on his social media handle to say he felt bad that he was hoping to take his the country to the World Cup, but unfortunately he did otherwise. So I think from other players, Leon Balogun and every one of them are coming out to express their disappointment about not being able to qualify. You know, Bronson, it's not about the players, though the players didn't do well on match day, but I think it has to do more with coaching. What you impute, what you tell them to do is what they go out to execute on the field of play. But you know, it's the deed has been done. The Eagles will not be playing at the World Cup, and it's sad because we're going to all through the month of November we're going to be watching and of course giving support to the African teams or the teams that we wish to support. So I think the pace will go on for the rest of the year.
Yeah, of course, it's going to be a sad one indeed. But now talking about coaching, the report has it that Amaju Pinnick has made it very clear that the next gaffer or coach in Nigeria, in this part we don't have manager, the next coach of Super Eagles would be a foreign coach.
Yeah, that was what he said, but I don't, you know, as a man, you live, it is very important that you live by your words. If Amaju Pinnick says something today, tomorrow it does otherwise. So I think I'm not going to believe him, and you know, he has done more damage to our football than good. Parcero, I've said it over and over again, Brown, after the African Cup of Nations, where we got knocked out in the second round, he told us he had a pre-contract agreement with Pesero And after the Nations Cup, they came out. If you had a pre-contract agreement with someone, at least immediately after the Nations Cup, you activate it, and everything will begin in earnest. But there was no talk about Pesero taking over and all of that, and that was why I felt there was no pre-contract agreement between Pesero and the NFF. And at the end of the day, they did. Look at what happened to us. And right now he's coming out to say, okay, even Pesero, if Pesero is still willing to coach the Super Eagles, he's still welcomed and all of that. Most of his decisions are always coming out wrongly. And I can tell you, I keep saying it, I've said it, I'll continue to say it over and over again, that Pinnick has done, this administration has done more damage to our football than good. So I don't know which one to believe. As a foreign coach, what kind of coach are we talking about? There's a speculation that it might be the former coach of the Cameroonian team before Rigobert Song was employed, the one who got them the bronze medal. Is that the top class coach that we're talking about? We're talking about, Larry Zamoje, the CEO of a topmost radio station in the country, said, we don't need just an ordinary, we need a qualified, a certified coach to take us to greater height. And that's what I feel. But with the way Pinnick is going about it, you might just go out and get all those peripheral players and then get the media to hype the coach for us. And at the end of the day, we get the same results.
Kule, I mean, sometimes when you exude this passion, I can only imagine what other Nigerians are feeling. Sometimes for us, it's about going for tournaments. It's about putting good football. I mean, when it comes to Africa, man for man, I don't even think, what's the top ranked team in Africa now?
Senegal.
I don't think Senegal has the best players in my opinion.
No, Brownson,
I'm entitled to my opinion.
Yeah, you're entitled to your opinion.
I don't think Senegal has the best man for man player, apart from Sadio Mane. Which other player?
They have the goalkeeper, the Senegalese, the Chelsea goalkeeper.
The Mendy. So I give it to Mendy. Mendy has been said to be the best in Europe, right? Yeah. So I give it. He's the best.
In Napoli.
So is Koulibaly a world-class defender?
No, he's a topmost defender.
Topmost defender is different from a world-class defender.
Well,
is Koulibaly
Brownson.
Is Koulibaly a world-class defender?
He's a world-class. To me, he's a world-class defender.
All right.
Because he has saved Napoli a lot of times, and he's one of their talismans, one of the most dependable defenders in the Serie A. So I think
is Trust Ekong a world-class defender?
Trust Ekong?
Yes.
I don't think so. Trust Ekong is not a world-class defender.
Is it about the league he plays in?
No, it's not about the league. I've watched Koulibaly over and over again, and I think I love his style of defending. He was pivotal to Senegal's quest, winning the AFCON. So I think that the guy is good. You can't compare the rating of Koulibaly with, probably in terms of age, we'll have to Ekong is older, but in terms of the performance on the field.
I've listened to you. I listened to you. I totally disagree. No, seriously. Apart from
it's
Mane,
obvious. No, Brownson.
So apart from Mane and Mendy in the Senegalese squad, I don't think if Super Eagles play Senegal, we'll beat them hands down.
I don't think so.
With a very good coach, we'll beat Senegal.
I think it's going to be very tough. Well. Yes, Eduardo.
So let me tell you, Super Eagles lost to Ghana not because we didn't have the personnel. Let's get this clear. We lost to Ghana because our technical team, we didn't have a bench. I mean, for a coach, maybe I would have done better with my selection, with my tactics, better than Eguavon. Eguavon cost us our World Cup, not the players.
Brownson, I'm not disputing the fact that we've got quality players in our ranks, but I think the Senegalese team also have the quality. I think slightly, I might just say they have it slightly above the Super Eagles of Nigeria.
I think Senegalese. Let me tell you what they have.
Senegal, it should be Nigeria.
Let me tell you what they have over Nigeria. They have a more technical bench than Nigeria.
Well, apart from that, I think for player, and also I think slightly they have it above.
They don't have it slightly above the Super Eagles.
Can you tell me the best? Okay, tell me the topmost quality players that we have in the Super Eagles.
Oh, I should use it and waste time on our show.
apart from Victor Osimhen and probably Wilfred Ndidi, these are the two topmost players that are ranked, when you mention the most sought after players in Africa right now, they're always in the list of the top 10. So
let me go ask you.
After them,
okay, so since you want us to talk about this,
Ademola Lookman,
Lookman just came into the squad.
So what? Emmanuel Dennis. Are we talking about Genekaru Etebo?
Is Dennis?
Which player? Okay, is it goalkeeper?
Is Dennis the Super Eagles player?
Emmanuel Dennis, yeah, he plays for the Super Eagles.
How many games has he played?
No, at least he played in that last game against Ghana.
Kule,
no,
let's move on the show.
For me, let's move on the show. The Senegalese have it in terms of quality,
slightly
in terms
they
of
don't.
players.
Senegal does not have this, but of course for the viewers, let's bring into the discussion. What do you think? You think Senegalese have it slightly over us? Maybe we should share a WhatsApp message on this on the program today. Let's get a response. Send us what you think about. Do you think Senegalese are better than the Super Eagles of Nigeria, man for man? Let's forget about the coaching crew now. Man for man. Can Senegalese beat Nigeria? I'll be reading your comments on the program next week. Please do send us your contribution so that we can settle this to once and for all. Now, it is speculated that Pinnick could not be running for, NFF president for a third term. Yeah,
I think it's a good decision. Those probably the family who advised him and all of that, well, the reason why he won't contest is really good. I think it will do us more good if Maju Melvin Pinnick gets out of our football completely.
They will take over. Who takes over from
we're going to have other.
Sheyi Akinomi?
No, we don't know yet. Some of them have not indicated interest yet. But for now, I think we need to do away with Pinnick. No largesse, Brownson. You know, if we are qualified, the money FIFA will pay, probably there will be something to depend on. But this time around, by virtue of the fact that we have not qualified, there won't be largesse and all of that. And, you know, like I said, it has done more harm to our football. For the past, 5 years or thereabout, our football has suffered, setback from both female and female categories. You look at the performances of the team from the under-17, the age-grade teams to the national team. He paid more attention to the Super Eagles than other national teams, and we paid dearly for it. Even the national team, the Super Eagles that he's paying attention to, are not getting the results. So I think that the fact that we are out of the World Cup, he will have been able to, if we had qualified, he will have been able to use that avenue to campaign for Tottenham. Though I feel that even if we had qualified, he should still leave our football. So it's a welcome development. He should not consider reconsidering his decision again. Please let him go home with his family and rest. He has done well. Congratulations to Amaju Melvin Pinnick. Please let another person take over. Anyway,
for now, I'm not going to put my voice in this one until that election time comes and it's confirmed that Pinnick will not be there. Maybe I will give him a standing ovation. Say thank you, sir, for coming. For now, let's leave it at what it is. Now, the draws for the African Cup of Nations would take place sometimes on the 28th of April. Now, the official draw for the qualifiers will be on 28th of April, and time will be confirmed in due course. For the Total Energies Cup of Nations Côte d'Ivoire 2023 qualifiers calendar, the organizing committee approved modification on June 2022 window, and of course, that means we are going to be seeing the next AFCON in the summer, not within the season. I think for me, it's something that should have been considered a long time ago.
Yeah, it should have been considered a long time ago. I think that will also encourage the club sides to, in terms of participation, some of them might have, the great privilege of releasing their players. There's always that tussle between the club sides and, the
national
country. So I think that this will be brought to rest. And secondly, for the Super Eagles of Nigeria, we are hoping for a favorable draw to relaunch. I remember when my Ghanaian friends asked me, what is the next line of action for the Super Eagles after our ouster from the World Cup? I said, we're going back to drawing board. I said, drawing board with the quality at your disposal. So I think that the most important thing right now is to get a qualified, a certified coach to take the Super Eagles to greater. We can bounce back as quick as possible. right now, you know, the Nations Cup took center stage in 2022. We're going to have another one in Cote d'Ivoire in 2023. So I think that we can use this to relaunch ourselves. We are not the only team that, you know, with star-studded team that couldn't qualify. The Ivorians also could not qualify with the caliber of players in their ranks. Yeah. They couldn't get past
Egyptians
the
too could not qualify.
No. Yes, the Egypt, but you know, when you look at the Ivorians, I think that the quality at their disposal, the whole country is going to miss their participation at the World Cup, not forgetting the Super Eagles of Nigeria as well. So I think we can use this to relaunch as quick as possible. That is why it's important for the Amaju Pinnick-led NFF to ensure that they appoint a qualified coach as quick as possible so that preparation can begin in earnest ahead of the 2023 African Cup of Nations. It will be sad if eventually we don't get to. We're not going to the World Cup. And it shouldn't be heard
that we go to the AFCON.
Qualify for the African.
All right, at this point, let's take a very quick break. When we come back, more stories to come. Don't go away. Welcome back. Now, let's also tell you that sometime last week, the captain of the Super Falcons, Asisat Oshoala, was stripped of her captaincy armband. And of course, Onome B is the next captain of the Super Falcons. And currently, for some people, this has generated some kind of controversy. Most people feel that Oshoala is at the climax of her game. She's 28. She plays for FC Barcelona. Even though she's injured now, when she was playing actively, she was, pretty good. One would think that, a player of that quality should be the captain of the squad. Yeah,
I think the criteria used by the NFF at times beats me hollow. I'm not happy about it. At the time, or at a particular point in time, it was Isaiah Paranozie, and after some time, Paranozie had issues with them, with the NFF, so to speak, and later it was the new captain right now that had issue on Omebi, and right after Omebi, the captainship band was given to Asisat Oshoala, and right now, for no reason, he was stripped of his the captainship band. And when NFF chieftains were asked, they said maybe the position of being the captain of the team is weighing his performance, is having an effect on his performance on match days. And you agree with me that, you know, there are reasons, because if you observe in the last 3 years or thereabout, Asisat Oshoala has been a shadow of his old self. She has not been at that top level that she used to be. Meanwhile,
with the Super Falcons. With the Falcons, because week in, week out in Barcelona shirt, she does well.
What's the point when you're doing well for your club and you can't reenact the form with the national team? So I think some of the players are showing more commitment, to the Super Falcons. That I've had a lot of complaints. Even when Nigeria could not qualify for the Olympics, I think it was the Ivorians that came here. Asisat and the other players were there, and we expect, Asisat. Even I watched the game against Ghana. We were almost defeated by Ghana in, I think, Accra or Kumasi, where the Ghanaians dominate. Asisat could not make incursions. And you begin to wonder, the same Asisat will work within the
sometimes we should also understand that football is a team game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, if Asisat Oshoala is performing at a club side, it also, you have to look at
when
the quality.
You are good, Brownson. When you're good, you are good.
Is Cristiano Ronaldo performing now with United?
Look. You will still see that flashes of brilliance.
Don't you see that flashes on Oshoala when she plays for this?
I don't see them anymore. I don't see them. That's the utmost truth.
I'm not saying that. I still see it.
I've not been seeing it in recent time. Against Ghana, she had some few chances. It was just the touches. Even some of the younger players, Rashida Bajibade, even makes more meaningful impact in the team than Asisat Oshoala. I stand to be correct. I monitor the Falcons each time they play, and I get disappointed. When you watch her play for the Fenerbahce, you see putting up good performances. Brownson, when George Weah was playing for Liberia, and when they play against big teams, you will still see those flashes from George Weah that, you know, is the African Footballer of the Year, the World Footballer of the Year. The team might not win, but, you know, George Weah tends to always stand out. This is what we expect from us.
I must tell you that sometimes the quality of players we play behind help us to play well.
Yeah,
for instance, Cristiano Ronaldo. I worry for instance. I worry for.
Why are you always talking about? Why are you talking about Cristiano Ronaldo?
You're talking about form, national team and club side.
Okay.
And you're looking at flashes. Now you've mentioned some few players and you've mentioned their flashes. Now Cristiano Ronaldo looks very ordinary with Man U right now because of the quality of players he's playing with.
Yeah.
As I said, Oshoala, I'm not saying the Super Falcons don't have quality, but I'm saying they may not be at the level of which he plays with. Now, most times they'll say if you want to know
what level, Ashina Rajibade, Tony Payne, some of those players, some of them also are playing for top clubs in Europe.
Let's move on.
Adibade, I think she plays for Atletico, female team. So, what quality are we talking about? She's not just getting it. I think I'm not happy about that. The fact that she was stripped off of the captainship ban. No, okay. I'm not happy about it. But then, assistant must also rise to the occasion and, you know, coming out to pour vituperations and passions on the NFF via social media and do leave so much to be desired. The same as Oshoala was the one that, you know, that started the feud between Victor Ikpeba and Victor Osimhen on social media. Victor Osimhen didn't say anything when Victor Ikpeba criticized him for, you know, the bicycle kick during the game against Ghana. But Asisat Oshoala was the one that initiated it. When he said, you know, those kind of things that players are always busy. They should get busy. You don't have time for some certain things. You should get busy with this thing. If Victor Ikpeba is criticizing Victor Osimhen, he has every right to criticize him because he was a top class player back then in his time. So what is there? What are we talking about? If the elderly ones cannot advise you,
I must tell you that Victor Ikpeba, like you said, one of the top players in his time, but I don't want to ask how many goals he scored for the Super Eagles.
Brownson, we are not getting to that. No, Brownson, don't even go there. Brownson, Victor Ikpeba was regarded as the Prince of Monaco back then. What he has achieved all through his career,
yes,
Victor Osimhen has not even gotten closer.
How old is Osimhen?
Yeah, he's young. Victor Ikpeba at the age of 22, 21 was regarded as the Prince of Monaco.
Let's move on.
Already winning laurels with Monaco.
Let's move on the show, Kule. I mean, time will not permit us to go in depth into this discussion you want to bring. A quick rundown of some achievements of Victor Ikpeba. I mean, one of the most prolific strikers that Nigeria ever produced. He was called the Prince of Monaco in France. He played 170 games and scored 55 goals. Now, in the colors of Super Eagles, let's start with under 23 teams. He played 6 games with the Dream Team and scored only 1 goal. And of course, in the Nigerian Super Eagles, played 31 games and managed to score about just 7 goals. Now, let's quickly look at the stats of Victor Osimhen at this time with the Super Eagles of Nigeria, and of course, maybe career generally, and see how many goals these guys have put up. And I hope this will be cause of argument. No, just hold on. Now, just now in Napoli. Now let's start from Napoli. Now let's even look at Lille. He played 27 games for Lille and scored 13 goals. 27 games for Lille, 13 goals. In Napoli, he has played 45 games and scored 22 goals. Now, in Super Eagles, in the under-17 games, in the under-17 in 2015, Osimhen played for 7 games and scored 14 goals. Approximately 2 games per game, 2 goals per game for the under-17. Under-23, he played 4 games and scored 3 goals. It's as good as saying he was scoring in every game. In Nigerian Super Eagles color, he has played 20 games and he has scored 10 goals. Brownson. That settles.
No, I disagree with you, Brownson.
Can you watch Sport Pizza?
No, I disagree.
That is
not. No, I disagree with you.
Let's do that. Sport Pizza Play of the Week. Enjoy it. Welcome back. Now, with that is a wrap on our show today, and we can't discuss Ikpeba and Osimhen again.
Brownson,
but thank you so much for coming on the show.
It was good to be here. I must say that you know, when you look at the achievement of Victor Osimhen
they both done well. They both
done well. But
time will permit us. Thank you for coming on the show today.
Ikpeba has won more laurels He has even won the African Footballer of the Year, won the African Cup of Nations, he won the Olympics,
thank you for coming on the program
won the
today.
league with Monaco.
Kule, I have to go now.
Osimhen has to work also to be able to achieve those feats.
What's the job of a striker? It's to score goals, right?
It's to score goals, yeah, no doubt about that.
No, you just said
Napoli will not be winning the league right now. They lost
the stats on your screen, the stats on your screen, the viewers tells it all.
It's good
now,
to get
don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms.
It's also very important.
You're distracting my outro now. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms currently displaying on your screen right now. Go to YouTube and, of course, subscribe to Spot Pizza on YouTube. Don't forget, of course, to subscribe. My name is Brownson Wana. On behalf of my friend here and all our production crew, thank you so much for watching and enjoy the rest of your day.